New tonight, flock cameras were a hot topic in Dunwoody tonight. Residents voiced their concerns about the cameras and any data collected by Flock.
Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in Dunwoody. And Denise, all of this was happening as the city considered a master service agreement with the company.
Yeah, that's right. And numerous people stood up and urged city leaders to vote against that agreement, citing privacy and security concerns.
They're building a national network of surveillance cameras.
Even if you don't care about your privacy, you are sacrificing the privacy and security of unsuspecting passersby.
It's about security, auditability, and transparency, and none of those things are happening.
Several people urged Dunwoody city leaders not to go forward with a master service agreement with Flock Safety.
So this is the main Flock screen right here.
Dunwoody has been using Flock cameras since 2019. There are hundreds of them across the city. Police say they've been instrumental in helping to solve crimes. And last year, police showed how their Flock drone helped officers catch a wanted man. From hundreds of feet in the air, they were able to zoom in and positively ID him.
On the Flock Master Service Agreement, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Despite some questioning the company's privacy and transparency, city leaders unanimously approved a master service agreement with Flock.
This creates at least a set of guardrails to govern the city's relationship with Flock.
Under the agreement, the city retains full ownership of all captured data. There's also a federal sharing toggle that the city can cut off all data sharing with federal agencies with an admin setting.
We've had an exceptionally productive relationship for the residents of Dunwoody. It is one of the safest cities in the Atlanta metro area and in Georgia. And if you speak to the police departments and you speak to actual residents of Dunwoody, they know that Flock is a part of that.
Also during the meeting, in a whole separate agenda item, city leaders agreed to expand the Flock drone program. Reporting live in Dunwoody, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
Denise, thanks.